So there was another level at which religion operated in the Mediterranean world among those who practiced Greco-Roman religious traditions, and that is at the level of voluntary or private cults. So, in addition to what was happening publicly, there was also a wide variety of choices in the religious marketplace from which people could select. So, an individual who might have concerns over their health, their own health, or the health of a child or a family member or friend, might appeal to a divinity. Somebody who was seeking insight, information about a business deal or a choice that they have to make. Maybe you want your chosen gladiator on whom you've placed a bet to win, or your favorite team that's going to be competing. You might appeal to a certain divine force for success in that realm. Or maybe you want someone to notice you, or there's somebody whom you are hoping to attract. These are all customary reasons why people make appeals to the cosmos, whether it is to a specific God or just putting things out to the heavens. These are all the types of appeals that we know are being made. In terms of theology, in general, Mediterranean, Greek and Roman ancestral religion does not have a sense of a fixed afterlife. Of course, it is not the case that you find no evidence of afterlife, but for the most part, notions of an existence beyond this existence wasn't necessarily one that you find in a lot of ancestral religion. Salvation, if it was understood as existing at all, was something that happened among those who remain, which is why the memory of one's ancestors was also an important part of Mediterranean religion. Another important part of the theology is the idea that the deities are quite arbitrary. So this is part of the appeal of polytheism. If you make a request of a particular divine being and you don't receive your answer, you can always make an appeal to another one. But even with that, you don't know if your appeal is going to be answered by one, by the other, or even at all. Another quality of theology that we find among Greek and Roman religion is that power is demonstrated through strength. It's demonstrated through force. It's not something that is demonstrated through mercy. So this is going to be an important distinction that you will find between Greek and Roman religion and then Christianity when that emerges. And you can see the conflict really between this and some of the passages that we read regarding who in the world is considered blessed. In terms of theology, to mention the idea of salvation again, salvation was demonstrated in the benefits that you receive during this lifetime. And also salvation is something that is represented by your memory, and your memory is something that is held by your family. Again, reinforcing the notion that kin is something that is essential for this system. And then finally, another point worth making is that in Greek and Roman religion, the relationship that you have with a divine being is cemented through your behavior. And remember that ritual behavior is a demonstration of your loyalty, and loyalty is a demonstration of your faith. Again, a different way of understanding that word. So to conclude this very brief introduction to Greek and Roman religion, I want to end with three general truths that we find. For most people, the divine was understood as a real thing. It was experienced as real, but it was experienced in different ways and through different avenues. There were multiple approaches to the divine. For the philosophers, the approach to the divine was through the physical world, through the body. For artists and poets, it was through literature. For most of the population, it was experienced through ritual behavior, but for all of these categories, it was understood as a real thing. That said, for most people, the life that you experienced was a combination of factors. It was a combination of divine and human agency. So if we look at this little mosaic here, many people understood a human life as existing between these two forces. The possibility of a good life here, or the possibility of destitution. And notice that this human head is balanced on a wheel that has butterfly wings on it, meaning that human life is balanced on things that are unstable and capricious, okay? And so there are forces to which one can appeal that are located somewhere else in the cosmos. But then there's also human responsibility. There's also behaviors, rituals, ways that people can demonstrate that they too are playing a part in the life that you experience. And then, of course, you should not be surprised that I say that another general truth about ancestral religion, Greek and Roman religion, is that it is shaped by social location. So it's not the case that a person who's living in Rome is experiencing the same kind of life as someone living in Carthage, even though they may be involved both in the cult of Juno, right? They may both be involved in participation in that cult, or in the Eleusinian mysteries, or in the Temple of Mithra. Wherever that cult is located, that is going to shape how they experience the divine. So, to end, what historical questions do you have about Greco-Roman religion? Feel free to email me at ihssenbl, IHSSENBL, @plu.edu, and let me know. Thanks.